morning, my name is Adam Al-Aloui, and the subject for this morning is leadership style. As you can see, this style is inverted comma. That needs explanation later on. In our ordinary life as human beings, we go through different stages. We go to different stages of infancy. As an infant, we have a worldview, we have a principle, we have purpose in our interaction, there's a purpose in our nature of interaction, and there's mode of interaction. As an infant, the worldview of an infant is world is me. The principle is self-interest. The purpose of interaction is instinctual self-preservation. Nature of interaction is survival-based, and mode of interaction is self-centeredness. And it's perfectly normal for an infant, middle of the night, for example, then you're asleep, and the infant wakes up and said, "Change me," and you change him, and a few minutes later, you go to bed, he says, "Please feed me," and you feed him. It's no problem. If he doesn't do that, he will not be able to nurture properly or taken care of properly, and it's perfectly okay. Parents are very happy, and the baby is happy, and that's perfectly okay. The problem would be if this infant becomes 95, is still behaving the same way. That would be very unhealthy. But hopefully, the baby grows up and goes to the next stage of development, which is the childhood. Child's world's view is the world is dangerous. The principle is might is right domination. The purpose of interaction is the conscious self or group preservation. The nature of interaction is force-based, and mode of interaction is authoritarian. You can just imagine a school yard that a bigger boy wants a ball from the smaller boy. He's not going to give it to him. He just grab it and goes. Of course, with the help of parents, help of teacher, etc., the children learn to move to the next stage. The next stage of development is adolescence, teenagers. Adolescence worldview is the world is jungle. Principle is survival of the fittest competition. The purpose of interaction is to win. Nature of interaction is a power-based, and mode of interaction is power struggle. I'd like to suggest that in the best system they have created on earth, that they call it democracy, works at this level. If you don't believe me, no matter what country you're watching this one, open your television and watch the debate of your parliament to see how our leaders are debating on the important issues of the country. Many families work at this level, and many companies work at this level. If they're lucky, some other part of the world, you see that some countries, especially now we see on television in the Middle East, etc., we see that the leadership works at this level and people want to move to the level. At this level that you're working with, there are a number of problems. Firstly, we'll never be happy, because if we are very power-oriented and want to win, some part of life we win, we need a bigger job and better job and lots of money. We get those and we are very happy. Suddenly, my brother's son is doing much better than my own son, therefore I'm very happy, because how come my son is not doing better than my brother's son, or at least the same as my nephew? The other problem is, all distinctions are relative. I just have to be better than somebody else. I will not fulfill my full potential. And thirdly, this is not sustainable. If, for example, look at the emerging economies, if another nation, just take one of them, take India or Brazil or China, if they all want the same material resources that we have in the West, there will not be enough resources. Therefore, that is not sustainable. This level is not sustainable. It's not going to make us happy, and also will not allow us to develop our potential. And all the problems that we see in the world because of this type of thinking and this type of the worldview. Then there must be another way. But hopefully, as a teenager, we grow and we become to the next level. And I think this pain that we're going through at the moment, we're moving from this level to the other level. What is the worldview of the mature society or mature leader? Is the world is one. We cannot deny it. If Chinese sneeze, we catch a cold. If Greeks have a party, we have to pay for it. Therefore, the world is changing on a daily basis and becoming one. The principle here should be truth and justice. Without truth and justice, we will not be able to have a sustainable lifestyle or sustainable society. The purpose of interaction has to be unity in diversity, because we're all different, we all have different potential, and we're all unique, and that uniqueness has to develop itself and has to fulfill its potential and to contribute to the betterment of man's, the society, and betterment of life. Nature of the interaction unity-based, and mode of interaction should be consensus-seeking. In other words, the working as one brain, consulting together, and create a better society. I learned this picture many years ago from a very nice gentleman called Dr. Danish, and I shared this one with my colleagues. I was told, that was about 30 years ago, I was told I was hopelessly optimistic. Then, 20 years ago, when I shared it with friends and colleagues, I was told that I'm idealistic. 10 years ago, people said, oh, it's a very interesting concept. Since 2008, people say, that's brilliant, that's exactly what we need. Because the problem that we have in the moment at the society is not lack of resources or lack of strategies or lack of capabilities, is lack of moral leadership. Therefore, we need that moral leadership become part and parcel of our society and our everywhere they work, at the company level, on the society level, on the local level, etc., etc. Above all else, leaders for the next generation must be motivated by a sincere desire to serve the entire community and must understand that leadership is a responsibility, not a path to privilege. For too long, leadership has understood by both leaders and followers as assertion of control over others. Indeed, this age demands a new definition of leadership and a new type of leader. They must be committed and guided by principles. Therefore, trying to create a leadership styles and put ourselves in a pigeonhole is not going to work. We all have the unique qualities. We have to obey principles and develop our own style to be able to transform our own lives and life of society at the same time. In other words, the two transformation of individual transformation and collective transformation at all levels, company levels, family levels, society levels, must go hand in hand. I hope this was useful, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video. Bye-bye.